Hello.
Hey, can you send me 1,000?
I said hello.
Hey, hello. Can you send me 1,000?
Dude, do you know you're on the phone with?
Yeah, this Tyrell, ain't it?
Okay, but what's the last name?
MacArthur.
Okay, yeah, that's me. But what makes you think I got $1,000 just to be sending?
Don't you got the podcast planners and the workbooks and the coaching and all that good stuff that you got going on, right?
I do all that, but you just know everything, don't it?
Yes or no to the money?
What would you need the money for?
I need to just take care of some things.
Things like what?
Some stuff.
Okay, I'ma send it. Shoot me a cash app.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, let me go ahead and block her. She know a little bit too much. $1,000? Girl, you know what I can do with $1,000?
Stop the video when you hear a lie.
I'm happy being single. Sorry, film this shit. I'm happy being single. Been in 2 relationships, 10 years each. I can promise you niggas, if you spend your whole life trying to please these women, buying pussy, giving money, it don't make a difference whether you young, whether you old, you a fool. Because you see what they do. The pussy ain't yours. So they're not happy, they will give somebody else that. I promise you, it doesn't matter how much money you got. I've lived in a mansion. I've had 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, I'm a quarter horse bitches. Bitches so fine you'll drink their bath water. Doesn't matter. They're all the same, especially financially. Women who really get that bag don't even be talking about what a nigga gonna do for them. I don't even deal with women who have this thing where you think you gotta take care of them. You do not have to take care of them. It's free. I don't know who told you that. Now, I don't know what city you live in, but me, I lived in Atlanta, I lived in New York, I lived in Cali. It does not cost money. Now, you can take a woman, a queen on a date. You can take her to eat. You can take her out. It does not matter. That's crazy. We all gonna be. I've done it again because sometimes you're gonna spend a couple hundred on a date. Sometimes you ain't gotta do nothing but pick her up, come to the house. It ain't about that. Y'all took it all away. If the women don't like you, the problem is this: y'all getting advice from these women who don't even like your ass. Yep. So you're buying someone to like you. That's it. When a woman naturally likes you, that gets wet. That's it. You can bring the back of your car. I've done it 100 fucking times. Woo! Bad bitches. Since I was 17, I'm 52. I'm a yellow nigga. I ain't never had a trick. I don't give a fuck what they say.
I want everybody to take a wild guess how many drinks I paid for tonight. 0 drinks. Does anybody want to take a guess as to how many guys asked for my number? 3. The answer is 3. How many guys asked to come home with me? 2. The answer is 2. How many was I interested in talking to? 0. Why? Because I want to talk to the guy that left me on red. I am uninterested. We literally just went through this situation. I haven't learned my lesson. I want the ones that don't want me. This is definitely an attachment problem. I have an anxious attachment with the ones that don't want me and an avoidant attachment with the ones that do. I want guys to want me, I just don't want them all the time. You know? I want obsession, but I need space. But not too much space. I'll take some breadcrumbs.
This is exactly why so many men are done with like going out to the bar scene and buying women drinks. Because they will accept, they will lead you on. In person, you will think that she's very interested in you, but in reality, she has 0 interest. And that gets frustrating because men are continuously used. My theory, by the way, is that this has 0 to do with attachment style, and it has everything to do with being attracted to somebody that is more attractive than you. And that person, unfortunately for you, has other options. He is looking for a very attractive woman. The problem with this is that then, because of those breadcrumbs that he's giving her, because he has lots of options and lots of breadcrumbs available, she will think that she has a real chance at getting into a serious long-term relationship with that type of man. That is obviously not what happens. This just continues until she either figures it out that she's reaching a little bit too far, or she starts blaming men in general and saying, what is wrong with all these men out there? Why can't I find a good one? And in that case, she will just have to stay happy with her cats.
A few moments later.
Probably not your finest moment, or theirs either. How do you explain this to your husband? How do you explain this to your potential future partner? I don't know. I have no idea.
When feminists say they don't need men, you ready for this? When feminists say they don't need men, 96% of construction workers are men. 95% of electricians are men. 95% of plumbers are men. 98% of carpenters are men. 94% of HVAC technicians are men. 97% of mechanics are men. 96% of welders are men. 91% of truck drivers are men. And we know what the other 90%
Damn right, Marge.
Yeah.
Large
97% of roofers are men. 95% of oil rig workers are men. 90% of machine operators are men. 85% of network engineers are men. 91% of mechanical engineers are men. 86% of civil engineers are men. 96% of firefighters are men. 85% of police officers are men. 80% of military personnel are men. 90% of pilots are men. 94% of train operators are men. 92% of forklift operators are men.
Wow.
These are some of the riskiest jobs in the world.
I ain't gonna lie, when the girls start talking about the things they won't do for a man, as far as I'm concerned, when I get my future man of God, I'm ready to cook, clean, and shut up. And it's when I get to that shut up part that they're like, why would you say that? I'm like, shh, give me a second shot, let me explain. Back in the day, a man used to ask a woman if she was spoken for. Like, you got a man, you belong to somebody type of vibe. Well, I like to take that literally. When I say I'm ready to shut up, it's because I'm ready to be spoken for. And a lot of the women who be going to war about this, not only are they not spoken for, but their man that they're seeking is speaking for everyone but them, and that's not their fault. And also, do not shoot the messenger. I'm all for being an independent woman, but baby, I'm tired. I'm ready to be spoken for, because frankly, I talk too much. Case in point, hey, did you order the large curry chicken with rice and peas, cabbage, a side of mac, extra gravy, large fruit punch, no ice? Yeah, it'll be $32.98. How are you paying? Cash or card? Card. Or, yeah, ma'am, it looks like you need a new catalytic converter, brake pads, windshield wipers, and a new car. You want to get that taken care of today? Do y'all take Afterpay? Or my least favorite. Yeah, shawty, you know, you feel me? You look good. You know, you smoke, you trying to kick it, you trying to kick it. I have a gun. Ready to shut up. Ask my man a guy what size tire I need. Because if you ask me, I'm going to tell you I need a medium 5W20R. And that's not right. And maybe it's just me, because I can stand alone, baby. I ain't never had a problem. However, if you are also a woman of God who is ready to shut the faith up and let her man of God be the man of God that the God has called him to be, let the church say, amen.
And I hope this hits the young women in time, because they're usually ready to shut up when it's too late.
You realize that guy isn't creepy. You're just not physically attracted to him.
Welcome to another episode of I Told You So. Viewer discretion is advised.
I know, you thought you were less shallow than that, and it's okay because you're not. I'm not judging you, okay? I am a lot of the times more pleasant when I am physically attracted to someone. Like, if a guy who's attractive to me is looking at me, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's looking at me. But when a guy that I don't find attractive looks at me, I'm like, oh my gosh, who's gonna call the police?
By the power invested in me, I pronounce women that think like this diabolical. However, there is a part that we must take appreciation to, and it's the fact that they are admitting that they are like this. Because this is something men have been saying for quite some time. If you are attractive enough, you can get away with murder damn near. Nothing ever is actually what it is until they deem you attractive or unattractive. So, for example, if she says you SA'd her or you harassed her, it depends on your level of attraction. If she's very, very attracted to you, there's a good chance she's not going to say anything about it. But if she's not attracted to you, you're going to jail. They move the goalposts depending on how attracted they are to you, which is insane to say the least. Because if you ask me, any offense should be taken seriously, no matter how attractive or unattractive this person is. But I'm happy these videos are coming out because it's proving the things that men have been saying for X amount of years at this point. This is exactly why we shouldn't believe all women. This is exactly why we shouldn't believe all victims until we get the full story. Because I'm sure at some point, that person lacked some details that implicated them in their own demise. And a lot of the time, those details are that they pick and choose when they want to be victims to a situation.
Like, okay, should I do it? I know, you thought you were more evolved, and you're not. Because pretty privilege is a thing, and it runs both ways. And it's okay, just enjoy it.
Now, this is a part of the video I can actually agree with. Pretty privilege is a real thing, and I think those people have the right to exercise it. However, it only becomes an issue when they start to... But I wholeheartedly disagree with the fact that based on how this person looks will determine if they're actually harassing you. Or if they're even being weird in any way, shape, or form, because what that does is it makes it really difficult for us to identify who's actually been offended or harmed in a real way. Saying someone harassed you simply because you're not attracted to them, not because they actually did anything to you, is a horrible way to go about things. That's no different from the boy who cried wolf. So that kind of behavior is going to breed people to be very desensitized to these moments, because time and time again, a lot of these stories are coming out, and come to find out, you were never harassed in any way, shape, or form. You just don't like the person because of the way that they look, and that's a way to go about things. But you know what? A lot of y'all are not going to want to hear what I'm saying, because I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
Girl knowledge. They put hair on top of hair. They put nails on top of nails. They put eyelashes on top of eyelashes. So what in your right mind, nigga? Copy. What in your right mind do you think that she won't put another nigga over you?
A broke man's love language is romance. When a broke man wants to be in love with you, he will put this, you know, our sun and moon is in Sagittarius and it's in Aries and we're meant to be together, we're twin flames, our numerology 7. This is a broke man's language. This is all he can offer. He can't offer you money. He can't fix your issues. He can't give you solutions to your problems. He will use you as a therapy buddy, an emotional dumpster, because he can't go to his bros. That's embarrassing and weak. So he'll use you for that. And most of these men have nothing going on for them. They'll come to you and they'll waste your time.
You know what? I'm going to have to agree with this lady. A broke man can't really offer you anything but maybe some good words, good sex, some good romance. That's pretty much about it.
And because the guy who you actually want is not giving you that romance, you'll actually go ahead and take this. You'll go ahead and take this. You'll say, that'll be good enough. I'll just kick it with him until I can try to level up to this guy that I actually want. And then the guy that I actually want, I'm going to make him wait because I actually like him. I'm going to make him pay because I actually like him.
And I'm not signing a prenup. Because what do you mean when they slide you a paper saying, okay, here's everything that comes with your marriage? You're going to be like, hold up. I don't want this part. I don't want her to have access to this. That part really doesn't work for me. Let's just go ahead and leave that part out. We're not going to include that. Yeah, so now sign this. No, you can keep it. We don't have to get married because it's going to be all or nothing over here. Because aside from getting married for love and commitment, it offers legal protections. But if we're going to leave out the entire legal concept of a marriage, then we probably should just express our love and commitment for one another without getting married. We can just keep everything off papers at that point. And honestly, I feel like if you have to take that extra step of precaution, you don't trust me. And you should probably put more thought into who you're marrying. If you feel as though I'm that bitter of a person or there's a possibility that I'm going to try to take everything you own if things were not to work out, then you probably shouldn't be getting married to me. And honestly, it's not even something we should be thinking about because that's only in case of divorce. And we're not getting divorced.
This is so stupid because you can't be trusted. I don't care who you are. If you're a female and you're getting married, you can't be trusted. That's just the truth.
Would you say women need men?
Need?
Of course. And we need women and women need, we all need each other.
Yes.
Of course we do.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, I need her and she needs me.
What's the one tip that you would give to other people in terms of like a healthy relationship?
Communication, compromise.
Yeah, cheating.
Stop playing with me.
Hi, thanks for coming in. I hear you wanted to talk and get some tips on why it's been so hard for you to find the right guy for you. Does it look like I have a problem with finding men? Yeah, you don't want me to answer that. So what is it that you're looking for in a spouse? What is it that you look for specifically? What type of characteristics are you looking for? Okay, so let me just give you like an example. So lately, I've learned that men are intimidated by me. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's almost like I'm too much for them and they aren't man enough for me. Shout out to Tony. But you know, like, I'll give you an example. So I was talking to this guy and I texted him, hey, right? And it took him like 3 hours to respond to me. Okay, could have been that maybe he was just busy at the time and he texted you once he was available to do so. I mean, yeah, that's what he said, but I know that it was because he was afraid of my power, because he took so long to respond, because he was afraid of, you know, maybe what I would say next. And I mean, granted, I did text him at 3 a.m., but I mean, 6 hours to respond? It's a bit ridiculous, don't you think? All right, let's move on to something else. So what do you bring to the table? I am the table with marble tops imported from Italy. Okay, do you cook?
Girl, I got DoorDash.
Dear God. Okay, so why do you think that you're still single? Because I refuse to settle, and I know that God is still working on the man that is worthy of me. If God is still working on him, how old, what range do you expect for him to be?
Between 22 and 30.
And you are? I'm 35, but I look 25 in good lighting, so you know, that's not a big deal. All right, I think we're done. I think we're done for the day. Okay, girl. Well, now that I've talked to you, how long do you think before the man of my dreams, the love of my life, how long you think it'll take for me to meet him?
Girl, bye, dog.
I love that for me. Period.
Did you hear what I said?
I love that for me.
And it's funny, you know, particularly when she was talking about, you know, he texted 3 hours later. Well, maybe he was busy. Well, it's probably because he was afraid of my power. No, not really. Maybe it's that he was busy. He was really legit, actually busy, right? Or he was doing some things. You know, modern women have a whole plethora of excuses as to why a man is afraid of them, as to why they're more powerful than a man, as to why they're better and more superior than a man is.
The straw that broke the camel's back. I was at the house. It was a Saturday morning. Phone rings. I pick it up. I'm downstairs. She's upstairs. I'm like, hey, what up? And this guy's on the phone. He's like, hey, what's up? Is Moni there? And I was like, yeah, who this? Because she didn't have any brothers, and I knew all her male cousins, and I didn't recognize the voice. He's like, is this Juwan? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, this is Slim. I always told Moni if I had a chance to talk to you, I would thank you. And I was like, I don't follow. He's like, your old lady and you are planning a wedding, right? So she just has your credit cards. You let her spend what she needs to spend to take care of the wedding. I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, I want to say thank you for the leather coat. I want to say thank you for the herringbone. I want to say thank you for the Cuban link. I want to say thank you for the rims.
This guy doesn't give a f***.
Nah.
He's like, I'm not only f***ing her.
Yeah.
I'm also, by the way, I've never looked better.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just got out of therapy and I realized, bitch, I'm the problem. Damn, I thought it was everybody else. I ain't think it was me.
I mean, it sounds like you're on the right track. I mean, it do. It sounds like you're on the right track. A lot of people would have heard what their therapist said and they would have still kept lying to themselves. But not you. You went home and you told yourself the truth.
Remember, it's better to tell the truth.
And that's no lie. Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Men need to suffer consequences and they need to be publicly humiliated. I have talked about this many times before, but if they do not suffer consequences, they will not change their action.
Next time you get mad at a woman, remember, it's not her fault.
Like, remember we asked you a question about like, oh, how do you want your woman to contribute to the household? And he was like, well, if she's not satisfied with what I'm contributing to the household, then maybe she needs to contribute to the household.
How do you feel about 50-50? Would you be paying 100%?
It depends on the lifestyle that whoever I'm with wants to live.
Yeah.
We make 150. If that's fine with you, then that's fine. But if you're saying I think that we need to be up to 250, then you go get you 100,000. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever you're comfortable with.
And to me, that makes sense. 150 in most places is a pretty good lifestyle, and even a good starting point if it's not the lifestyle. If you want a little bit more, if you want to ball out, then you can go get you a job. But a lot of times, modern women, they want the man to kill himself. Not literally, but they want that man to break his back trying to provide the lifestyle for them.
No, let me say what was said because I don't want you to like miss.
What you meant?
No, I'll tell you what I actually said.
Okay, what did you say?
If I have, $150,000 job and I'm providing a lifestyle, if she's okay with that, she don't gotta work at all.
Right.
But if she's like, well, I want to do this or I want to do something different, then either she would say, I'm going to do this to contribute, or she would help me in my business to grow for more than what we have. Does that make sense? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay.
It's going to make sense to anybody that actually sits back and listens. And even if you're not sitting back and listening, it's still going to make sense because it's common sense. The issue is coming in where women, they're not wanting that. They're wanting a man to go out and do more. And I'm not satisfied with your performance, sir. I'm the boss of this house. And this is why men are checking out of society, because men don't meet the standard. And the standard continues to raise, even when the man is good enough for them. Actually, the man's great, but it's never enough for these modern women.
I'm talking to Vince, and the energy just seems a little bit combative.
What I just said right now, did you hear that?
Right this second?
Yeah. I'm sorry, but did you hear that then?
No.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
I don't have it in me to go back and forth with a man, so I'm realizing that I'm not connecting with Vince.
That's why I'm saying you didn't hear me. Because if you did, then this is what you would have heard.
I tried.
Well, you also don't have it in you to listen. You don't have it in you to do what you're supposed to be doing either. So this relationship is probably not going to work. What you want to do is put more pressure on a man than actually needs to be. And that man is setting the guideline right now, so you don't have any false expectations. This is not how this is going to go.
Y'all try to put it on us, but in reality, bitch is evil as hell. So y'all be doing like having set schedules of when you done for it. And won't tell you shit. You run around this, I love him. Oh God, you know what I'm saying? You jolly than a motherfucker, enjoying life with your girl. As you think. Whole time she done jotted down in her notes when she finna be done with you. December 29th, if this don't get it together, this it. It'll be around December 28th and y'all having the time of y'all life. Whole time she cutting you off tomorrow forever. That's some evil ass and won't tell you nothing. You won't even know. That's what I'm talking about. They all in your face smiling. You feel me? You thinking you had the time of your life with your old lady. Whole time she finna throw your ass away like the toys off Toy Story on God. Blasphemy. I don't want to hear that ain't shit in evil. It's, oh God, y'all are evil if, why you don't leave that nigga right then and there? What if y'all be stringing us along? Man, that should be stinging like all right here.
What is the process for a woman to check themselves? Because I hear this all the time from men. They be like, bro, women don't take no accountability. So what was it like for you to say, I'm going to take accountability. I'm tough.
I had to look myself in the mirror. It was argument after argument. And the arguments was the exact same argument of let me lead. You know what I'm saying? You can't, it can't be two head of the household, you know? And once I got into my Bible, once I got into my word, it was like, let that man lead. You know, it was the same argument repeat all the time, the same thing over and over and over. It was us clashing like this. Why? Because I was wanting to run things because that's what I was taught to do. But then when I realized it was affecting my marriage and I didn't want to be a single mom and I wanted my kids to have a different life from me. I wanted them to have a mom and dad in the house. It was like I had to tighten up. It was like, if you want this thing, close your mouth. Close your mouth. And I know a lot of women is like, you know, we living in a day now where, you know, it's a lot of, you know the type of energy, a lot of, you know, I ain't gonna go there. But my marriage was what was important. My children was important. Them living in a two-parent household was important. And if me closing my mouth is gonna save it, then I'm gonna close my mouth.
So you think that women are not more emotional than men?
Men have our emotions in a linear fashion. When we're angry, we're angry.
Mm-hmm.
When we're sad, we're sad. When we're aroused, we're aroused. When we're happy, we're happy. Women have emotions about their emotions. A woman can be turned on, but she could be ashamed of her being turned on. Mm-hmm. She could be curious about her shame about being turned on. Mm-hmm. She could be happy about her curiosity, about her shame about being turned on. They run in loops rather than going linear and running straight.
Oh.
I told you I was sorry. I told you I was sorry. Mistakes happened. But
this man discovers children are not his after 6 years. Confrontation erupts on Thanksgiving. A man discovered that the 3 children he had raised for 6 years were not biologically his. The man learned the truth only weeks ago and has been struggling emotionally ever since. He reportedly asked the woman who betrayed him, along with the children, to leave his home while he tried to process everything. However, on Thanksgiving Day, the man's family decided to invite the woman and the children to the holiday gathering without asking him. They believe the kids didn't deserve to be punished and hoped the man would eventually accept them, even if they were not his biological children. When the woman arrived at the house with the children, the man became visibly upset. Witnesses say he rushed to the front door and blocked them from entering. He told his family he felt completely disrespected and said he was not ready to see them, especially after learning the truth so recently. The situation escalated into a heated argument outside the home as relatives tried to calm him down. The woman eventually left with the children after realizing the confrontation would only get worse. Someone defending the man's reaction and others saying the children should not be caught in the middle. What do you think?
And there was somebody recently that talked about how men, despite being done like this, they might try to stay at their quote unquote post for the kids, for the relationship, for the structure, because of some sort of sense of duty. And I feel like that's what he was doing in this situation. But sometimes the more and more you think on it, it just comes to a point to where you're like, man, they really did this to me. And it kind of overtakes you.
Okay, this will annoy some people, but obviously all these girls are obsessed with only dating guys over 6 feet. But if you're a woman who is, say, 5'4", from down there, you don't even know what the is going on. Like, you can't tell if a guy is 5'10" or 6 feet from down there. So why do you care? It's solely about other people's perception, which is embarrassing for you. So I am addicted to these women who are saying that they matched with Zohran Mamdani on Hinge years ago, but didn't respond to him because he was under 6 feet. And I'm like, yeah, like, I guess that's what you deserve. So I think it is reasonable to prefer to date a guy who is an inch or two taller than you. This way you can be wearing a sensible heel and not towering over your boyfriend. Fine, I understand that. However, if you say you're looking for a relationship but won't date a guy under 6 feet, I'm sorry, but like, I just feel like you don't deserve a boyfriend, right?
Husbands or tricks. That is it. That is all. No more boyfriends. Husband or trick.
Again, they decide after a while, especially with the way that you dressed, they decide after a while, well, this is what I want now. I want to make myself premium. I want to make myself an exclusive item after they've been out there in the streets. And men are saying, no, absolutely not. That's not how it works. I've gotten the Carfax. I've asked around. My boys have told me. And even if I didn't have my boys telling me, I see what you're doing on social media. And even if you try to go through and scrub your social media, I've seen the photos and the videos that you've been tagged in. And even if I can't see the photos and the videos that I've seen you tagged in, I can go and do a Google search and here you are on Google acting crazy. As a matter of fact, just at random, I saw you in a photo of something somebody else took. Somebody else took this photo and I saw you in it and you were acting crazy. Isn't that just the way things go? And even when you out here privating videos and taking down certain videos, somebody had already screen recorded the video and reacted to it on TikTok. And I found you acting crazy that way. Isn't that just something that just, and it would be just a coincidence that I found out that you was out here acting crazy. Y'all don't understand, once again, that y'all are ruining your chances with men that you actually want by being this way.
Why do men not understand hints?
Why can't you just tell us what you want? Okay, you clearly have a functioning brain. Why don't you try using it? String some words together. Send some electrical signals to your lips and your tongue. Move them around to form some words. I want you to fold me like a lawn chair tonight. Take out the trash. Hey, what? Happily, okay? Easy communication. I'll do it for you. No problem, babe.
Popular opinion, women need to shoot their shot because you can date from a pool of men you actually like opposed to the pool of men that choose you.
That's a good
He's talking game.
That's a good
I
one.
actually
Shout out to my man DJ Flo.
Agree.
Yeah.
I agree because I'm a very direct, straightforward person. It's never too thirsty. It's like, you fine. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I got for you. If you
Once
got
again,
anything else, okay.
she's one of the bros. Like, yeah, you fun. I'm like, damn.
I didn't even say it like that.
You could buy me a drink. Like,
Oh my God.
Would you want a woman to approach you? Like, would you want that?
I've enjoyed it.
Okay.
But I never knew what to do. One girl bought me a shot at the bar, and I was like, I ain't ordered this. Oh, this came from there. And the girl at the bottom like this. I'm like, and I just kind of like, raised my cup. And I went over to her and gave her like a hug and just walked away.
Yeah, because you don't,
I've never been there. So I'm like, okay, thanks for the shot. I mean, do I whip my out yet? I don't know what to do.
When y'all say y'all don't date 9-to-5ers, I be quiet. My mic is on mute. Blue collar me every time.
Yeah, I need him to need a manicure and a massage every time he comes home from work. It needs to be to the point where, take them shoes off at the door. Before you even come into the work shoes sit outside of the door. Take them clothes off as soon as you hit the door. They may even need to hit the washer every night. You got caulk and paint all over you. You got sawdust and stuff. I'm on mute. Every time y'all say y'all don't date 9-to-5ers, I don't got nothing to say.
So when were you gonna tell me you were cheating on me? We got a cheating accusation. Oh, we need all hands on deck right now. What kind of evidence are we working with here? What kind of evidence? Uh-oh. I'm seeing DM receipts. This is not good. All right. Just tell him it wasn't you. Tell him that's edited. That's not even you. Not working. Not working. Okay. Cue the waterworks. Cue the waterworks. Start crying. We got to get to the manipulation tactics. Waterworks aren't working. We need backup. We need backup. I'm going to need you to start gaslighting. Just tell him it's his fault. Tell him it's his fault. He has never treated you well enough, so you needed to go get validation somewhere else. This is not good. It's his fault. Gaslight. Gaslight. Yeah,
like we're making fun of each other?
Yeah,
like
we're roasting each other. It'll be fun. Okay, I go first. It's the stomach for me.
What if I don't have anything? I don't have anything.
Just say anything. It's that beard for me.
Wow. Wow. Hold on. I can't think of anything.
You're making this so boring. It's the shades for me. Need an upgrade.
I can't think of anything.
You just say anything. It's the
Like
feet
what?
for me. Say
Stop.
anything.
Hold on, I don't know what to say.
Just
Hold
roast
on.
me. You're supposed to roast me.
Anything?
That's how the game is. You roast me.
It's the white hair for me. Like that? Babe, like that?
Yeah, something.
What's wrong? Like that? Did I do it right?
Do you feel like it's healthy for me to still have crushes, or am I not supposed to have any crushes because I'm in a relationship?
Oh yeah,
I
do your
shouldn't have a
crush.
crush. I should, right? It's okay. It's healthy. It is normal.
See, this is a bunch of girls in the audience now that's confiding in these things, and that's not cool. When you have a man and I'm everything, I'm your crush.
Yeah, you're my crush. But
Yeah, I'm supposed to be your everything. I'm supposed to be your Chris Brown. I'm supposed to be your everything. You feel me? And I will learn how to do a backflip, baby, if that's what you need me to do.
we'll do one right now.
And most men, like he said, will learn to do backflips for you. Hey, man, anything you want. There was a guy that built an entire portable tanning salon for his wife. And when they would go on trips, he would just break that thing out. I think she was going to a certain place and then they shut down. And so he said, okay, let me throw something together. And he did, and she loved it. Right. And he made it portable so that when they went on trips, she can get a quick tan, and then go do whatever. I think she did it. She had it for work or something like that. I can't remember, but it was just something that she really, really liked. And so he did it for her. That would be, I'm doing backflips for you. I'm going crazy. I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Men will do that for you. There's a lot of brothers out here that are working hard, working longer than 9 to 5. They have, on paper, they have a 9 to 5, but they work and they grab an overtime, especially it's a holiday season. They going to work overtime. Oh, tired. I mean, man, my eyes closing when I get home. My eyes closing on the way to work. My eyes closing on the way home from work. My eyes are closing during lunchtime. All that. I'm tired, but I'm working to make it so that my wife and my kids don't go without. And when you show appreciation for that, men are going to do backflips for you, man.
It's women that get with decent looking men, you know what I'm saying? But what makes them fine to the woman is because of his personality, how he carries himself, how he treats
I just
her.
found that out.
And that's some real shit.
I just found that out because I had women in my inbox and listen. I just found that out. Yeah, I bet you are. No, listen, they had women in my inbox and they'll say, now I'm honest, and they'll be like, damn, I ain't gonna lie, you fine as and I'll be like, I know I got to work out. Don't come at me with that dumb ass shit. But to men, fine is fine. Fine is how you look.
Yeah.
But to women,
it's different.
If it make them laugh, if a nigga gay fine, that's fine.
Don't
I didn't know that.
Truth. That's
I had no clue of that.
That's right.
So it was like, okay.
Fuck all that. No. If you got some money, it ain't got nothing to do with laughing, he, ha, none of that. We don't give a fuck about, let's be honest, we don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
You never fucked a broke nigga?
Have I broke? No.
Never.
Absolutely not. No. No.
In your life?
Never.
Yeah.
And who else's life is gonna be?
It's nothing but the truth
I
podcast.
don't broke.
Man, this is the Nothing But the Truth live podcast.
$4,000. I don't care if you.
Our last conversation.
Why are you
though.
flinching?
I'm scared. I'm scared.
You're such a liar.
This is
You-
our last conversation together. I promise.
God damn it, bitch. Wasn't saying that shit the other day. Wasn't saying that shit the other day until you let a misunderstanding stop our fucking life.
Cuz over there with Emily Rose. And how the hell did she catch you slipping like that? Come on now. Where your awareness? Yeah, brother. Leave that crazy.
Bruh, if he'd have done something to her, it wouldn't have been nothing nice. Now, a lot of dudes, if that would have happened to them, it would have been automatic. It'd have been automatic. It'd have just been reflex. But because that man, y'all say that man don't have no emotional discipline. That man actually let you off the hook. He can knock you on the other side of that field. Be careful.
I absolutely love men. And I'm going to say that proudly and with my chest because I am the mother of 2 boys. One of them is going to be a full-grown male adult in 4 years. I know that appreciating men is like a taboo thing and it's become embarrassing or really controversial. Well, I'm going to say it anyway. I value men so much and I appreciate them so much and I can't help but see there is something going on. Obviously I'm a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but I feel like there is a hidden something, I don't want to say agenda, but there's a hidden mission to weaken our men. I see it all the time. And I've read this somewhere online or I don't know where I saw it, but it says something like a society with weak men is like a collapsed society or something along them lines. And I can't help but think that this whole movement of making women so masculine and making women become so hyper independent is also part of that attack on men. And don't get me wrong, I'm one of them women. I am that independent woman. I am that single mom. I am in that masculine energy at all times because I've had to be, because I was taught that's how I'm supposed to be, is to be that way proudly. I still am. I still have no choice but to be. My message today is to men. Men matter so much. Like if you're a man watching this video, you matter so much. We need strong men, good men, present men who lead with purpose, need protectors. When men are strong, grounded, and in their purpose, families thrive, communities thrive, children are kept safe, women feel valued, women feel supported. The whole world literally functions better. Today I'm just here to offer men some encouragement, some form of appreciation. Men deserve a world that lifts them up instead of tearing them down. So if you're a man and no one's told you today, we need you. We appreciate you. Your strength matters. Your leadership matters. Presence matters. You matter. I'm not going to live in a society that pretends that isn't the case. Love ya.
How can you go and give it everything anyway? How can you be going to give it sorry for what? You been giving doggy to share. Two questions. If you are doing just having
And at this point, I don't know how it would be, but I hope that this is a skit. I'm hoping that this was some sort of skit. I don't know, man. Yeah, I hope that the whole thing was a skit. I hope that I'm getting played. Because this is what you would expect to happen. I mean, what we witnessed earlier with her allowing those men to come behind her and do that, even if they wasn't really doing anything, a violation.
And please explain to me what you mean by marriage is hard.
I'm not married, but my girlfriend's allergic to shrimp, and at least once a month we'll be at a restaurant and she'll order 3 shrimp tacos, and the waiter looks at her and goes, "Do you have any allergies?" And she looks at the waiter and says, "Nope." And then she eats the tacos, and then she breaks out in hives, and then she takes Benadryl, and she's like, "I can't believe I'm breaking out in hives." And I'm like, "You're allergic to shrimp."
Okay, let's talk. A lot of women want a masculine man, but then you all show up in the relationship acting like his competition, not his counterpart. You say you want a leadership, presence, effort, protection, but your energy blocks every single thing you say you want. So let me break this down real quick, because if you can't embody these 5 traits, you're not calling in masculine energy, you're repelling it. Number 1, receptivity. Girl, let him show up. Some of you want a man to lead, but you argue with him every time he tries. You want him to plan, but you reject every suggestion. A man doesn't rise where he's micromanaged. He rises where he's received. Second, emotional softness. Listen, hyper independence looks glamorous on Instagram, but in real life, men don't fall for hardness. They fall for warmth. Softness isn't about crying in the corner. It's the vibe, the way you talk to him, the way you look at him, the way you open up without making him feel like he's walking into a fire zone. Softness doesn't make you weak. It makes you magnetic. Third, appreciation. Here's a secret men don't tell you. They notice everything you appreciate and everything you don't. You don't have to throw a parade. Just acknowledge the effort. Men are simple. What gets appreciated gets repeated. What gets criticized gets deleted. If you want consistency, you better recognize effort, because no man keeps pouring into a woman who acts like it's bare minimum. Number 4, emotional accountability. And this one separates grown women from emotional toddlers. Your triggers, your wounds, your past hurt, that's your homework. A man cannot fix pain he didn't cause. And when you throw emotional chaos at him every time you're overwhelmed, you're being irresponsible. Accountability sounds like, I'm upset, but I know this isn't all on you. This is my trigger, not your disrespect. Men don't run away from emotions. They run away from blame. Number 5, respect. The one thing that turns a man from I'm here for a good time to I'm here for the long term. Respect doesn't mean yes, sir. Respect his tone. Respect is not talking to him sideways. Respect is not emasculating him because you're annoyed. Respect is not comparing him to other men, like a TikTok trend. By the way, stop doing that. If you can't speak to him with respect when you're mad, he'll never trust you with his heart when he's soft. Respect is the entry point to his masculinity. Not beauty, not sex, not vibes. Respect. Feminine energy isn't about dresses, makeup, or being girly. It's about your emotional posture. Your softness invites his strength. Your receptivity invites his leadership. Your appreciation invites his consistency. Your accountability invites his vulnerability. Your respect invites his commitment. And if you're not getting masculinity from him, check the energy you're giving.
This video takes the cake for the worst take I have seen online in a long time. Congrats.
The minimum is $250,000, but I'm worth more than $250,000. I get what you're saying. I really do. I really do. I understand it. You know, the whole human life is worth more than anything that you can purchase. But I think that you guys are taking this a little bit too literally, right? Yeah, you would, a lot of people would pay any amount of money to have their child back. Those who are missing a child, they would go into debt if their child, if they had to pay and their child would come back, right? For people who have lost a child, they would probably go into debt just to get 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I love you. Boom. Just to get that. And it sounds crazy, but they would. Pain hurts that bad. But you guys, I don't know how to explain it. That's not this. This is a different situation. You don't even give people a chance to want to spend the $250K to have you back for 2 or 3 seconds. So you're not worth that. You don't mean anything to the man because the man doesn't know you. You want the man to think that you're worth $250,000 right off the bat. You're not. Not to that man. Over a period of time of you being loyal to that man and vice versa, and y'all building a companionship and relationship, that's going to come. And then the man will say, I'll give anything to have my wife back. I'll do anything to just talk to my wife for 5 minutes. Man, you think she's worth 250? Man, she worth any money in the world. I would give anything. I would give my life to talk to my wife. People have said that, and people really actually freaking mean that. But y'all thinking straight off the bat that a man should give you that and you deserve that is crazy.
You're not going to go to dinner with a guy that you had an affair with. It was inappropriate.
It was inappropriate.
And listen.
I'm not
it wasn't
mad at him as you are, and that's understandable.
It's not about that. You know who might be mad at him? Our son one day when he figures out what all you did. He might be mad at him.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest with our kids.
You're going to be honest with him that you disrespected their dad and you decided to go to dinner with the guy you had an affair with?
I'm sure
it's because you're
mistakes, but I don't think that was a mistake.
It was a mistake. Then you need help. Because that is 100% something that is disgusting.
I just feel like, even though you have valid points, like when you talk to me like this, it just is like, how?
Yeah, it's how it used to be, right? Yeah.
This is what Jordan does when he gets upset. He'll like attack my character. He'll call me names. I feel deflated, beat down, tired, sad, hopeless. Like I just feel worthless.
You also need to understand, this is completely justified. It is.
It doesn't matter how you feel. That's something stupid that you did. You did do something stupid. I just feel like even though you have a valid point, it was stupid. There's nothing that you should feel. You should feel like saying sorry. You should feel like saying sorry. And once again, we go back to Oprah talking to Scott Galloway. I think he might be a doctor. I'll give him that distinction if it is. Forgive me, I can't remember. We go back to talking about that and how men are checking out of society. Well, men are lonely, they're this, they're that, and there should be alarm bells. Why? Why are there not alarm bells with women on live television admitting this? Why is that not an alarm? Why is nobody alarmed by women admitting this type of stuff? By women going out and doing it, and then when a man calls them out, they talk about their feelings. Why is nobody alarmed by that? I don't understand.